this is some really pressing drama that we have to discuss. No, like we have to talk about this, man. This is a must. We have to discuss this. Adam 22 has effectively split up the Reconnected podcast on the Big Brother Network. Oh my God. So the Reconnected podcast became a thing when Adam and Housephone had their huge blowout, causing Housephone to leave no jumper.
This is how that was supposed to go.
Do you hear how you keep saying shoulda, coulda, woulda?
I'm talking about what actually
supposed
happened.
to.
I know how bad it is that it happened. I'm talking about the fact that we tried to make it not happen.
It don't matter about what the you tried to do, Adam. It's about what happened, bro.
And yeah.
And then let's move forward to that apology you gave when you're on the news. You're talking about, yeah, he's been going through the mom. He's been going through the hell. You're talking about the person that raised me, that birthed me, my best friend that died. Oh, he's been going through the mom.
But are you actually acting like I have some kind of disrespect for your mom when I fucking
disrespectful as
I paid for the funeral as soon as it happened just because.
We don't need to really take a deep dive into the Housephone and Adam lore because we'll be here all day. Just know these two have some pretty intense disagreements that led to Housephone damn near attacking Adam on camera. That ultimately led to Housephone deciding that he was going to leave no jumper. And because Housephone was leaving no jumper, the people that Housephone brought with him to no jumper to do a show, they decided to leave no jumper as well. Well, besides one person, and that person was Yuriy. So Yuriy decided he was going to stay at no jumper and double dip and still do the show with Housephone outside of no jumper.
But I'm glad to do this biggest bro, man. Like,
shout out to my biggest bro.
I feel like it just made sense. You feel me? It got to a point where it's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it just didn't feel right, then I feel like it's better if we just like continue to do this. And, you know, as long as we have it coming out, you know, the fans are gonna want to.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, no pun intended. At the end of the day, us stopping the show because of the creative differences just would have been lame.
There was so many people who were like, you know, DMing me, just telling me like, dude, like I really love that show. This is like the only reason why I was like tuning in. Like I really want, like, hell, people were just devastated.
You know what though?
Yuri's saying that he was getting DMs of people saying the only reason they was watching No Jumper was because of Disconnected. It was, I'm calling cap on that one. But I will say this, though. There's a lot of people who only watch No Jumper for Housephone, right? And no matter what Housephone was on, rather it was the No Jumper show, Disconnected, people were going to watch No Jumper. So I don't feel like it was a Disconnected thing. It was a Housephone thing. Because even now, Housephone is one of my favorite people to listen to give an opinion on things, right? In LA, right? It doesn't matter like what it is, right? Housephone is one of like the dopest personalities I feel like to ever come out of LA. So it was more so of a Housephone thing. And I feel like that sort of got lost in translation as the show went on. Like it went from, Housephone is obviously the star and obviously the one that we're here to listen to, we're all A-mics and we should all be owners of this podcast. And I feel like that's where things sort of like went downhill. When the show first started, everybody was on the same page and knew their role, and the show was booming, right? It was doing 200,000 views. Everything was on point. They even had timestamps, thumbnails, tech. Everything was on point, bruh. I'm being serious. The clips of the podcast was coming out immediately afterwards, all right? And you see here people doing a thing, right? Every episode was hitting at least 100,000 plus, all right? You have the timestamps going, the thumbnails on point, the clips coming out. So everybody was doing their job mainly because everybody knew their role. Housephone was the star. Blasey was the credible CEO, streetwear owner who brought validity to their opinions on streetwear. Toke was the belligerent homie who was there to be a contrarian and sort of like play the bad guy between Housephone and Blasey, who are some really good dudes. Yuriy was the tech guy. He's the guy who was supposed to come, get the tech in order, get the logistics in order, the thumbnails out, everything in order. And also too, him being on the podcast is just a plus, right? He's the homie who brought the good vibes, but his main role was the tech guy. But as the platform grew, issues arose. See, these were dudes who left No Jumper, a successful platform, and started their own successful platform. Every episode was doing 100K. The possibilities and the ceilings look limitless. So when you have people who are sitting at the platform who believe that they contributed to starting the platform, well, they're no longer content with just being a tech guy, just being a homie who pulls up to give contrarian views. No, they want to be bosses. Yuriy wanted to be a boss. Everybody wanted to be a boss. So there came the issues of, okay, who owns the LLC? Who owns the trademark? Who owns the name? And those conversations began to play out over the podcast.
Is it LLC in all of our names?
I don't know. The LLC never got followed through. That's the worst part. Is that y'all were just
Why
bullshit.
would you say that? Why would you say that on camera, bro?
I mean, what are they gonna do?
They might go register.
I don't care. Why would you do that, weirdo?
That particular moment is where a lot of things changed for the worst. Housephone, being a nice guy he is, decided he was okay with everybody being listed on the LLC as a managing partner. Everybody got listed. Housephone, Blasey, Yuriy, Potlord. They were all listed as bosses of Biggest Bro Entertainment. Once everyone became an owner, that became problematic because now the minuscule work that was being done on a ground level was now all of a sudden, too remedial for the owners to do. And that work became neglected. Things like the thumbnails, things like the clips, things like the timestamps. Those things went undone because nobody wanted to do it because everybody are bosses now. It was Yuriy's job at a point to do the thumbnail, the timestamps, the clips, etc., but Yuriy is now a boss. And as a boss, you don't do thumbnails, you don't do clips, you don't do timestamps, right? That's for the employees to do. And when you don't have any employees, the work go undone. So what we saw now was, the Biggest Bros, bro, there was no clips coming out for months, right? Listen, look, you see all podcasts, no clips in between the podcast, right? You see the timestamps, right? The timestamps are no longer being done, all right? There's no timestamps here now, all right? The time, man, it's bro, what's going on here now, bro, right? There's no timestamps here now. And the more the tiny details and minuscule things got ignored, the views began to go down because the things that were making a podcast successful were being neglected. And in defense of Yuriy, he's like, bro, I'm a boss now, all right? I'm an owner of Biggest Bro Entertainment now, so why should I have to do all the work now, right? Why should I still have to be the tech guy and do all the little stuff when we're all getting paid the same, which is nothing, according to Yuriy and everybody there, right? According to Yuriy, all right, there was a huge startup cost that was fronted by one person, and that person was Blasey and maybe Housephone, right? And, they still had to recoup. And until they recoup the money spent to start the podcast, well, nobody is getting paid. So from Yuriy's perspective is, well, I'm not getting paid for this work. I'm an owner by name. The views is coming down. There's real no incentive right now to do this. Well, I'm not going to do it, right? I'm just not going to do it at all. So the little work was being ignored, but also what was being ignored was the work you had to do as an owner. Because according to Blasey, all right, he put up a lot of money to start the podcast. He put up a lot of money to get the LLC done, and the LLC had dues. And Yuriy, now Blasey listed Yuriy specifically. So I don't know if everybody else paid dues, but Blasey listed Yuriy specifically. And Blasey said, Yuriy hasn't paid what he owed for the LLC.
Yeah. Are you referring to? He owes Blasey money for the taxes on the LLC.
Really?
They're in the red for the year on that podcast. I hate saying that because Blasey probably don't want me to say it. But, bro.
Really?
Be serious. The reason why you can't buy a house is because you owe Blasey all this money and you own weed. The weed thing is crazy.
How much he owes Blasey? Like what? $1,000?
I don't know.
I must admit, Adam did wrong, right? Adam spilled the beans that wasn't supposed to be spilled, bro. It was a secret between Blasey and Adam. Blasey told Adam in confidant because Adam is a boss. Blasey is also a boss, and Blasey was venting towards, my co-owner or co-owners were not paying what they were supposed to be paid. I have to front everything, right? So Blasey sought, I guess, advice and, some type of, I guess, comfort in talking to Adam. Well, that got out. And Blasey was forced to come on the podcast and offer up an apology to Yuriy for telling Adam that he owed money.
I just want to say, a private, it was just one of those things where I thought I could trust somebody having a private conversation and it wasn't going to be used against.
So you talked to Adam?
Yes.
So you talked to Adam and you thought you could trust him?
Yes.
Okay, and what happened?
He said some
private about business that I had mentioned to him on a podcast earlier today where he was just trying to just bash Yuriy. You know what I'm saying? He got some personal vendetta, but I had never been used as a pawn in his game. That's his thing.
Yeah.
That's his MO. He's used everyone in front of me on that regard. Yeah. And I always thought myself to be kind of immune from that experience, but today I learned once I got off the phone with Yuriy, Yuriy, I apologized before and I apologize now. No, me and him followed this fool.
When Adam was revealing that Blasey told him that Yuriy owed the company money, Adam was doing so to probably be messy, but Adam didn't understand exactly how destructive those words would be. Adam didn't know about everything else that would follow after that particular moment. You see, what Adam did was he revealed some close personal secret. He caused a rift in between the two, but he also opened up Yuriy's eyes. It made Yuriy realize that he probably had to cut his losses and that he wouldn't be able to finesse any more resources out of the biggest bro entertainment. It was agreed upon that none of the owners will get paid, and Yuriy is one of the owners. They will take all the money from the podcast and put it back into business and pay the employees first to do the thumbnails, the switchers, etc., and everything that comes in will be used for the business until they recoup on the losses, and then the owners can probably get a percentage. But Yuriy, all right, and Yuriy came out, and Yuriy devised a pretty brilliant plan.
So when we first started Reconnected, you were doing it 100% for free. You said, I don't want a dime. You were like, I'm just helping because it's I felt with the show and I you guys, blah, blah. Riley was just helping off the rip. And then we started gaining some ad revenue. And then it was just a conversation of Riley really be spending gas money and spending all this time just to come here and help us.
The moment Yuriy seen the podcast was monetized and ad revenue was coming in, Yuriy began to devise up a plan like the slickster he is to extract the resources earlier than expected. You see, owners were not supposed to get paid yet until the podcast became profitable. But Yuriy was seeing all that money coming in, bro, and he thought, I need some of that, bro. F that. So Yuriy owed the LLC and owed the business some funds for the LLC taxes, so he couldn't ask to get paid because owners are not supposed to get paid. So what Yuriy did was Yuriy said, hey, bro, my girlfriend comes here 1 hour a week to run the boards and help us with the camera angles. And even though we carpool here together, she still uses gas money to transport me and her to the podcast every week. Listen, she deserves to get paid as a full-time employee, bruh. Y'all should pay her. She deserves to get paid some of the ad revenue because she's an employee, not an owner, correct? And Blasey and Housephone were like, bruh, y'all live in the same house. Y'all carpool here together. Y'all pay the same bills. Us giving her a portion of the ad revenue as an employee is damn near us giving you a portion of the ad revenue, which is not allowed. But Yuriy was still pretty positive that he could finesse him to give his girlfriend some ad revenue and essentially give him some ad revenue since it's going to his household. He was pretty positive that he could finesse Blasey and Housephone because Blasey is a pretty good dude and pretty laid back. It wasn't until Adam came on the podcast and revealed that Blasey was venting to him about Yuriy that Yuriy realized that he probably won't be able to finesse this because Blasey is already on to him. So Yuriy decided to cut his losses, bruh, all right, and exit stage left.
Can I take a piss real quick?
Oh, yeah, go for it. Yeah, wait.
So are you gonna be streaming out there?
Yeah, potentially.
Are you sharing with the chat like what you're not like what you plan on doing along, but like what you're doing this weekend? Like, are you gonna be streaming out there?
I haven't told him what I was doing this weekend yet, but like I've been telling the chat that's like it is, you know, kind of like my plan to potentially.
Oh, I wasn't trying to allude to that, bro.
No, I already talked about that, like on stream a little bit. Like, is like, you know, like I said, it's not 100% set in stone. It's like this is like a very strong idea though. It's like about potentially moving up north very soon, but that's gonna cause some conflict in which it's like, you know, it's a certain amount of hours drive one direction.
Of course, I don't expect you to be here every Thursday.
So I was thinking like it might cut down to a thing where it's like maybe 2 times a month. You know what I mean? Or up to 3 or 4. But like I would definitely want to be coming down, you know, here for like, you know, certain things.
And Yuriy, my guy, I still love Yuriy. Even though Yuriy might not like me for whatever reason, he left no jumper and started dissing everybody, saying how we're all poor, we're all broke, we have no motion, we get no views. Even though me and him were cool, and I just asked him to stop, but he didn't stop. I don't know why, right? So even though Yuriy is my guy, we got to be real here, bro. This is BS, bro. Yuriy had no intentions on coming back 2 times a month, 3 times a month at all. He didn't, bro. No. After Yuriy was pretty confident that he could no longer finesse the situation, bro, Yuriy said, I'm out. And in the last 5 months since Yuriy have moved up north, Yuriy has been back for 2 podcasts in 5 months. All right. So clearly, Yuriy has no plans on being a part of Big Bro Entertainment, which is why the last episode of Big Bro, or Reconnected, it got really heated because Housephone and the other members of the podcast, man, was finally tired of Yuriy shit. They were finally tired, bruh, of having to deal with Yuriy and the finessing, right? Because Yuriy came on the podcast and started to complain about how, you know, they didn't notify him when they had on, you know, this rapper that he really loves called Dave Blunts. And, you know, how it was kind of messed up. They didn't invite him or didn't tell him that Dave Blunts was coming. And Housephone just sort of had enough, man. Housephone said, what?
I've been slapping hell at Dave Blunts. Even before Dave Blunts came on the podcast, by the way, no one even fucking texted me and told me, hey, Yuriy, by the way, Dave Blunts is coming on. It's going to be amazing.
We text you for that. You don't even talk about the regular show.
Yeah,
and we want to
wow.
text you about Dave.
Do you see the audacity of some niggas, bruh? Yo, this man said, wow, as if he was appalled, as if the audacity to call me out, as if he didn't show up for only 2 podcasts in 5 months. And now he's asking and he's chastising the homies for not inviting him to his 3rd podcast in 5 months because the famous rapper he likes was on the podcast. Do you see the audacity of some niggas, bruh? Now, Yuriy audacity got Housephone mad. But Housephone was kind of playing it off a little bit, bruh. He wasn't trying to go too hard.
Yeah, I see how it is.
I don't think anyone the whole time was like, wait, we should tell Yuriy.
Like, whoa, wait, hold on, wait, shit.
I thought
you wouldn't tell me if I was like out of town.
You wouldn't even come down.
Okay, it's like D Baby stopping by my crib and me not hitting you up.
We didn't even know you liked Dave Blunts.
I wouldn't care.
I've been listening to Dave Blunts.
He doesn't like it.
Even before he came on the pod for weeks.
Too, yeah. All of us.
How do you think he got on the pod?
Yeah, bro, you just walked up in here.
All right, whatever.
Bro's arguing about not being able to sneak into the lore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you would have came back down for that, but you wouldn't come down for a regular episode.
No. I'm saying not that. I'm not saying that I would have came down just specifically for that. I'm saying that I would have liked to know that this is happening. Like, dope, cool.
Nigga, you don't even
live here.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? Am I not a part of the podcast? Or am I a random Joe Schmo now?
Don't do that.
Here we go.
Don't do that to me. No, it kind of feels like I'm in a dream, bro. Like Yuri's here.
Bro,
yeah, like what?
Y'all told me when
you came back like 1 time since you moved.
That's not true.
No,
I came back. I came back
twice.
3 times already. This is my
no. You came back for.
This is my 4th time.
That's not what we're talking about.
And still didn't stop by.
No, for the show, I was. You guys told me that you guys were going to film on like a Saturday or Sunday. I came for that weekend so that I could help Blaz you with your computer and we could film the show. You guys ended up saying that we're not filming that day. We're gonna film on Tuesday. You're like, please stay till Tuesday. I was like, nah, I'm not.
No, that was when. Why would we be filming when he had to do PuffCon? That makes no sense.
This is my 4th time here.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. In
You
LA.
never came on the show.
In LA, yes, this is my 4th time.
We're not talking about coming on the show.
I've been here like I think for the show once or twice.
You came to do. We were talking about to come in to do the show. You've been on here like one time.
And this is the second.
World's best gaslighter. Exactly.
Bro, how am I?
Riley, this is not gonna work on us.
How am I gaslighting?
I'm not gonna lie, that right there is some great gaslighting, bro. Am I not a part of the show anymore? Bro, you've been back for 2 episodes in 5 months. No, it was 4. No, bro, the 2 times you came for some other stuff. Well, yeah, I was here for 2 shows, but it was 4 times I was in LA. Bro, what does you being in LA matter? You came for 2 shows. Yeah, I came for 2 shows, but I'm not part of the show anymore. Yo, shout out to Yuriy, man. Listen, bro. Listen, I like chaos, so I like Yuriy. All right, I really like Yuriy, man. But this right here is not one of his greatest moments, bro. But, you know, now this is when things sort of take a personal turn. All right, and this is where one of Adam 22's tactic is now working, because Adam 22 have set the stage for accusations that Yuriy is really tough on his girlfriend and that he gaslights her, you know, and he yells at her. Well, Housephone in this argument decided to take one of Adam 22's talking points and repeat it.
Crashing the can, that's insane. Look at that dent.
I've been doing this all day.
This is not gonna work on us.
How am I gaslighting?
We're grown men. Like, you can't.
You are crashing out.
What am I crashing out on?
Crashing out
on
the cruz.
No, but what is the statement I'm crashing out on?
It's just you can't lie to us. Like,
how am I lying? I'm saying that I would have liked to know that Dave Bluntz was coming on.
Why?
Because am I not a part of the show?
Bro, he hit me up and I said, Blasey, you want to do it with me?
That's dope.
And that's it. Why would we, nigga? What were you gonna do? Like, we talked about it like a couple days before he came on. Like,
we've hit you like 20
mediator,
times.
Can I say? I think that they feel that they wish that you would have acted on trying to reach on other episodes that weren't with Dave Bluntz, where you figure out.
Okay,
I understand.
Episode,
but mind you, they feel like, why aren't you trying to come to anything else but the David Bluntz?
I understand this concept, but we literally went on like a whole phone call conversation about this, where it's like, I don't have a whip right now, so for me to come down here
because you don't got a Benz with Forgiatos.
But
I did not say Benz with Forgiatos.
This nigga don't got a Benz, so he's like.
All I said was Benz. All I said was Benz.
So Yuriy does have a vehicle, but his vehicle is not the most luxury vehicle, I guess. So he doesn't want to be uncomfortable driving back and forth for a podcast that he committed to, and that's why Housephone is literally like flabbergasted at the conversation that's currently happening. Now, the conversation takes a really heated turn when Yuriy, you know, he's just stubborn, right? He doesn't concede. He doesn't say, you know what, guys, y'all are right. I probably shouldn't be chastising you guys for not inviting me to an interview with Dave Bluntz, you know, because, you know, I haven't showed up for any other podcast, so why would I, right? He doesn't really concede. He sticks to his point, and it gets Housephone incredibly upset the more the conversation went on.
Oh, my Spencer.
And you be sneaking into a lot of lores. That's the thing.
How do I be sneaking into a lot of lores?
Because you just want to be notified when a certain rapper comes into the building.
You don't give a fuck.
Hold on. How many?
Figure out the pod on our own. You just let
how many weeks? How many weeks?
Ruined our computer.
Yo,
when I hold on.
Wait.
You pulled some cord out and left.
Hold on. Number one,
he disconnected some shit on purpose.
Before I left, I was scheduling the stream every morning, 11:10 in the morning. The stream would be scheduled every single day. You guys don't schedule until like 20 minutes before the show starts now. And at that point, I'll be putting in all this work, and then Housephone would be like, "Hey Yuriy, why aren't you doing clips and thumbnails and blah blah whatever?" Like telling me like, "Why aren't you doing more?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm already doing so much."
Bro, you are a gaslighter.
I'm not gaslighting.
Bro, you stopped us from hiring somebody because you're like
several times.
What? Like 6 times, bro. What are you talking about?
Your version of hiring someone is posting on Instagram saying, "Who wants to help us?"
My version of hiring us?
How you get people?
Nigga, that's more help than you not doing anything. are you talking about?
Oh my God.
We literally have a
okay.
nigga that drives from Orange County and comes and does it every week now.
W them.
Shout out to Fernando. We found him on Instagram.
Shout out to Fernando.
How do we find Fernando?
Instagram.
On Instagram.
Let's go.
Now we got a nigga lying to us every week. Like, nigga, I'm not.
Who's
That's not how you
lying?
find people.
Who's lying?
That's how I found all y'all. That's how I found all y'all, bro. The internet.
Who the hell's
We didn't
lying?
go to church together.
Nigga, you
What
were
the fuck?
saying for
We didn't go to
months,
school
oh
together.
my God, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
When we had those discussions,
You're like, why would you pay somebody out to do it? Or I don't really trust people. I don't want to get people to log
You meet
in.
everybody on the internet. What are you talking? What point is that?
Bro, you think
that,
niggas
I'm not
is
saying you
trying
can't meet good people on the internet. That was not my whole
just
point.
said it
don't even
I was saying
matter.
at that time, like I'm the type of person. Okay, this is like maybe like subjective, but I'm the type of person where it's like I feel bad asking for a ton of free work when I know how much work it is, and they're gonna be eventually being like, yo, dude, this is a ton of fucking work.
Keep the great finesse here, bro. Yuriy is my guy, but this right here is the slickest thing I've ever heard. Yuriy is an owner. Owners are not supposed to get paid on the biggest bro entertainment until they recoup. Yuriy wanted for them to hire his girl. They said no, right? We're not about to pay her as well, bro. Not happening, because the money's gonna go into your pockets. So Yuriy decided that he was going to veto all the employees they wanted to hire to do clips for free because they would be coming from Instagram. How else are they supposed to recruit? Put an ad out on Indeed for free interns? I know, right? You try to get people who already know what y'all are doing, who want to, pretty much grow with you guys. They come in for free. So Yuriy would veto all the people they recruited from Instagram. And then when they had nobody to do clips and they had nobody to get it done, Yuriy, who is the owner, who has an invested interest in doing some extra work, told them, I'm not doing these clips unless I get paid. So now Yuriy was getting paid more than all the other owners because Yuriy vetoed employees or interns to do the clips for free so he could get paid to do it. And they had no other choice but to say, okay, bruh, you can get paid a little extra. Yo, Yuriy was for, yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Yuriy to me, bruh, it's the greatest finesser I ever. Yo, Yuri's a hustler, bruh.
But you were getting paid extra to do it, and you still weren't doing it.
I was not getting paid extra to do it.
Yes,
The
you
money,
were.
the money that was getting paid to me was
For the work.
was
you were doing, you were supposed to be doing.
was ad revenue from clips I was posting.
Yeah,
and guess
so
what? I was getting
you
like
were getting
30% of the ad revenue. You and Pollard were getting literally also 25% of all that ad revenue
but
that was
you
not
You
even
don't
there
wanna
until I was
talk, bro.
posting
Let's
it.
not talk about money.
Yeah, but you were literally getting paid.
Don't say
Let's
I'm
not talk about
getting
money.
paid random.
Wait a
No,
minute.
the way you're saying is like as if I'm getting paid random money out of nowhere. That money didn't exist until I posted those clips.
I never said you were getting
I
paid
made that
randomly.
money.
I didn't say, nigga, I didn't say you didn't make the money, but you stopped doing the clips. What the f*** are you talking about? You stopped doing it.
Bro.
So how are you trying to argue about
I'm not trying to argue about anything.
Stop doing the shit. What are you
You're
talking
trying
about?
to say that I'm not like a super involved person
Nigga,
in the show.
I never said that. You stop doing it.
Oh
what are you talking
my
about?
God, dude.
And then you would tell us to not hire somebody. What the fuck are we talking about?
Bro, I did not say do not hire somebody.
You
I
literally did.
Control
every week.
freak. Control freak.
Let's go.
Housephone right now is raging and on 10, understandably, because he knows the truth, Yuriy knows the truth, they all know the truth, and they all know like what took place, what happened. They even gave Yuriy 30% of the revenue after they recouped. They gave Yuriy 30% of the revenue while everybody else was getting like 20%, right? And they did that because they wanted Yuriy to step up and do more, right? Even though, he's owner, Blasey put up the money, Housephone brings all the views, right? So Yuriy part would have been tech, but still they say, you know what, bro? Okay, bro, take extra, just do it. But then Yuriy still left them hanging. And that's why Housephone is raging. But Yuriy really crossed the line with Housephone when Yuriy essentially began to like talk down on the work they've been doing since he's been gone, right? Oh, the podcast? Oh, the thumbnail is good, I guess. Oh, y'all been starting 10 minutes, right? Like he started dissing the work they've been doing and the quality of the podcast since he's been gone, as if like he's the reason why the entire podcast was running and operating and doing well. Well, Housephone was not having it, and Housephone absolutely lost it after Yuriy tried to pull that card.
Nigga, you said every week you were gonna do it. No, let's not have somebody do it. Nigga, fuck out of here.
Wait, all right. So
fuck,
it seems like you guys have things under control. Scheduling the stream 10 minutes before it goes live.
It don't matter, nigga.
Fucking
We
amazing.
do
You're the only
The
one who trips on
thumbnails,
that.
by the way, beautiful.
Bro, it don't even matter, bro. It's more than what you were doing.
No, that's not. You're tripping. That's not. Fernando, good job on the thumbnail.
Nobody watching you. You want to come in here?
That's cap. Shut the. That's fucking cap. Do you know how many people don't even watch the show unless I come on? Shut the. Oh, you
weak, bro. Shut up, bro.
You're
not doing.
How many shows did you show up? How many shows did you show up late to?
Clips in a year.
Shut the fuck up. That's not true.
You posted 5 clips.
That's not true.
Shut up.
You can't even upload a vlog. You can't even upload a vlog. You had to ask me and Coke to upload a vlog for 2 weeks straight.
I don't care. You gotta get drunk.
You can't even upload a vlog.
You gotta get drunk on stream every day and yell at your.
Big Housephone had to let the streets know, bro, because people forgot, right? Reconnected is Housephone show. Housephone is the star. Housephone is who people come to watch, right? And eventually that got lost in translation when everybody started to feel like they were the stars. Even in that conversation, Yuriy was like, yo, there's a lot of people who don't watch this podcast when I'm not on here. So Yuriy thinks he's the star. Yuriy thinks he's as much of a star as Housephone. Now, I don't know, bro. All right. Again, those both my guys, bro, but Yuriy, that's not true, bro. All right? Housephone is the star. He's the draw for that particular show. And Housephone, now admittedly so, was only receiving 20+% of the revenue when Yuriy was receiving 30%. Oh, they got it messed up. Now, Housephone said a lot, right? Housephone said nobody would be watching the stream that Yuriy does if it wasn't for that particular show. Is that completely true? I don't know, bruh. Partly, maybe. I'm sure a show, that's moderately successful is gonna help a small streamer, right? Because Yuriy isn't a big streamer. Yuriy does 100, 200 live stream viewers, right? So if a show like that is doing, 100,000 views a week, 200,000 views a week, now it done came down to about 30, 40, 25,000 views a week, but still, that's still a lot of views and a lot of eyes. So does that show help Yuriy? Absolutely. Yuriy being unwilling to acknowledge that is crazy, bruh. Right? But Yuriy eventually, man, just up and took his ball and went home. He left.
On me out. Bro,
I get it. Okay, dude. You getting drunk and yelling at your you being productive?
What are you talking about?
You go viral
You're
every week
projecting,
yelling
bro.
at your you talking about?
You were constantly going through the craziest times of your life.
So, what is that gonna do?
And no one judged you ever. Not once. And then now you want to be like, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that. No, I haven't actually, by the way. And also you don't have the best reputation for being a productive, person.
And you think that you going live to 50 viewers and getting drunk every night is you being so productive?
Yep.
Then go ahead then.
Let's go, dude. Thanks for drinking my water.
You want me to buy it?
Oh my
this
God.
This is the pettiest. You were the most ever met in my entire life. On God.
You just started this whole thing for no reason.
This thing is the most fucking in his feelings I ever met.
That one seed that Adam22 planted on the podcast months ago have bloomed into all of this drama and this mess, essentially ruining Yuriy's friendship, his professional life, right? Adam done caused rifts in the relationship. This is this is some mad genius stuff, bro. Now, one will think that, they have history. After Yuriy walked off the podcast, they probably talked, right? No, not at all. Yuriy actually went live later on his own platform, and his girlfriend was telling him he should have slapped Housephone silly. Now they're pushing for violence against Housephone. This is madness, man. I don't know, bro. This is madness, bro.
To be no, you're a retard because of this. You have to I'm realizing this for myself. It's you have to try to avoid defending yourself. You have to just be fuck it. I know you're wrong. I'm gonna accept it as you're wrong.
And slap that motherfucker.
Oh my God. I just realized.
I would have. Fuck you. What the did you just say? I'm sorry. I don't care. No.
Now that it's gone violent, I don't know where this is gonna go, man. Maybe Yuriy and Housephone can catch the fate and become friends again. Or maybe Adam has been successful in destroying Yuri's entire life, bruh. Who knows, right? Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? Or who do you guys think is wrong? Let me know, all right? And if you're still watching, man, click on this video somewhere on my screen, man, to find out why WAC 100 is in some serious drama with some Mexicans, man. Click on this video here to find out exactly what that beef is about. I'm going to see you guys in this video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.